a butterfly changes from an egg to a butterfly, if the egg makes any decision, it won't stand. Because what the butterfly needs are wings. The egg doesn't have wings. So there is no choice the egg can make that will stand. For the egg to become relevant, metamorphosis must take place. This is why your discipline is not enough. Because you can be making decisions, making choices, but you don't have the wings to fly. It's when you look upon Jesus that metamorphosis begins to take place. So things that you didn't have before, all of a sudden they'll begin to come out of your spirit. You won't know before that you have something called long suffering. That is of the spirit, not just the discipline of the flesh, but there is a long suffering dimension which is a fruit of the spirit. As you look at Jesus after a while, that long suffering dimension is activated. And then no matter what the devil does, you are not moved. You are not just trying to live above sin, you now hate iniquity. You know, when he spoke about Jesus, he said, because thou lovest righteousness and hated iniquity. So when Jesus is walking in the corridor of sin, he's not trying to avoid it, he hates it. That one is a dimension in his spirit. So when a man is metamorphosed, what happens is that elements and dimensions of Christ begins to be activated in him. But the only way metamorphosis can take place is when he begins to constantly behold him. And so we said, in order to bring ourselves to that point where we behold him, we need to find out what or who he is. Well, if you say what, you are still right. Because he's more than a who. You know, when the psalmist went to heaven, he said, what is man that you are mindful of him? He is more than a who. So the only way we can gaze at him is to find out what he says he is. So by the time we are studying what and who he says he is, we will have access to glean certain dimensions of his reality. And I said, when they asked him, he said, I am. They looked at him and said, you are proud. Why are you talking like this? Who do you think you are? He said, Abraham, your father saw my day and he rejoiced in him. He said, you are not yet 50 years old. You say Abraham saw your day. He said, before Abraham was, I am. The Jews understand that he wasn't saying I was. If he said I was, they would have said you are mad, because we know you are younger than you are claiming. But when you say I am, that means you are saying you are God. Because the first time God left his name as a memorial for every generation, he said, tell them I am that I am. So what he said was that I am Abba. And so the only way you can look at Jesus and understand his full dimension is to find out every